monosaccharides. Monosaccharides are basically the simplest non-hydrolyzable sugars. So if monosaccharides are placed in water, there will be no reaction. So monosaccharides cannot be further hydrolyzed because of the reason that they are already the simplest sugars. Now monosaccharides are crystalline solids that have maximum solubility in water. Among all the carbohydrates, monosaccharides have maximum solubility in the water. They have sweet taste, and the sweetest sugar in the world, that is the fructose. So fructose is the sweetest sugar present in the world. Then, dear students, monosaccharides are reducing sugars because they are oxidizable. So they will reduce the others and they are the reducing sugars. Then monosaccharides are further classified into aldoses and ketoses. Aldoses have aldehyde functional group and ketoses have ketonic functional group. And my dear students, the monosaccharides, they have minimum carbon 3 and maximum carbon 8. So keep in mind that the smallest carbohydrate starts from the carbon number 3. Any carbohydrate does not exist which has carbon less than the 3 carbons. So though there is no carbohydrate or monosaccharide having 1 carbon or 2 carbon atom, even the smallest or the simplest carbohydrate molecule will be having 3 carbon atoms. And on the basis of the number of carbon atoms, they can be classified into trioses having 3 carbon, tetroses having 4 carbon, pentoses having 5 carbon, hexoses with the 6 carbon, heptoses with the 7 carbon, and octoses with the 8 carbon atoms. And my dear students, the general formula of the monosaccharides is CH2ON. So that is the general formula of the monosaccharides. Now let us talk about some commonly occurring monosaccharides. The simplest monosaccharide having 3 carbon atom, they are trioses, and then the trioses may be aldose or ketose. The aldose, or you can say aldotriose, and the one having ketonic functional group, they are called as ketotrioses. Now the example of the aldotriose is glyceraldehyde. It has 3 carbon atom and aldehyde functional group, so it is an aldotriose. This is the simplest sugar. And then an example of the ketotriose is this one, which is called as the dihydroxy ketone. So this one is the ketotriose, which is the dihydroxyketone, and this one is the aldotriose, which is the glyceraldehyde. And that glyceraldehyde, according to the convention, is called as the simplest form of the carbohydrates. It is the example of the simplest carbohydrate. Now, the monosaccharides with the 4 carbon, they can be further classified into aldotetroses and ketotetroses. And my dear students, the monosaccharides with the 4 carbon atom, they are quite rare. They are only found in some bacteria, otherwise they are very rare in nature. Now the example of the aldotetrose is, one of the examples is erythrose, and that of the ketotetrose, that is erythrulose. So this one is the erythrose is aldotetrose and erythrulose is the ketotetrose. Their structure so this one is the structure of the erythrose. And this one is the structure of the erythrulose, and they are very rare in nature. They only occur in some bacteria. Now let us look into the pentoses. So the monosaccharides have 5 carbon, they are called as the pentoses, and they include aldopentoses and ketopentoses. Now my dear student, an example of the aldopentose is ribose, the sugar which is also present in the ribonucleic acid or RNA, and the example of the ketopentose is ribulose. And again, what should be their structure? So you can see that they have many OH groups, that's why they are called as the polyhydroxy. And it has aldehyde functional group, so it is a polyhydroxyaldehyde. Now this one is the ribulose. So this one is the structure of the ribulose. Again, it is a polyhydroxy ketone. And pentoses are common, that commonly occur in the nature, just like I have given an example that ribose is present in the ribonucleic acid or RNA. And the one of the derivative of the ribose, deoxyribose, that is present in the DNA. Now my dear student, you can see from the structure that every carbon has OH group in the monosaccharides except the carbon of the functional group. Look into this, that this is the carbon of the functional group and here this one is the carbon of the functional group. So this carbon has no OH group, all other carbons they have. And in the same way, this carbon of the functional group is not having any hydroxyl group, while all other carbons they possess hydroxyl group. So that is again a very important point, that in case of the monosaccharides, all carbons they possess hydroxyl group except the carbon of the functional group. Now let us look into another important type of the monosaccharides having 6 carbon, they are most common in the nature and they are called as hexoses. They may be aldohexoses with the aldehyde functional group, or they may be ketohexoses with the ketonic functional group. The example of the aldohexose is glucose, very much commonly present in fruits and grapes. They have 20% glucose in them. And the ketohexose example is fructose. Both of these, they have molecular formula C6H12O6. Because they have same molecular formula, so they are isomers of each other, and because they possess different functional group, so they will be the functional group isomers of the each other. So glucose and fructose, they are functional group isomer of the each other. Now this one is the open chain structure of the glucose. And this one is the open chain structure of the fructose. There are so many properties of glucose and fructose and other sugars that cannot be explained on the basis of their open chain structure. So that's why in order to explain those properties, we have to take support from their closed chain structure or the ring structure. Now let us look into the ring structure of the glucose and that of the fructose. Now, my dear students, this one is the closed chain or ring structure of the glucose. It is a 6-cornered ring having oxygen at one corner, and this is called as the glucopyranose because it resembles with the pyrene ring, so that's why it is called as the glucopyranose. And the ring structure of the fructose, that is basically a pentagonal ring. At one of the corner there is oxygen. Now that is CH2OH. Sorry, here will be OH and there will be CH2OH, and again OH, H, H, OH and H, CH2OH. So this one is the closed ring structure of the fructose. And dear students, this ring structure of the fructose is called as the fructofuranose. It is a furanose type of ring, and the furanose type of the ring is that resembles with the furon, means a ring having 5 corners and one of the corner is occupied by the oxygen atom. So that is the furanose ring basically, and furanose ring resembles with the furon, and pyranose ring resembles with the pyron. So that's why that is called as the fructofuranose and that is the glucopyranose. Basically the furon ring is something like this. this one. This is the furan, and this structure resembles with this ring. It has 5 corners with the oxygen at one corner, and the same is the case here. This sugar also has 5 cornered ring, and one corner is occupied by the oxygen atom. So that's why it is the furanose ring, and it resembles with the pyranose ring, and the pyranose ring is something like this one, that is the pyron ring. So it resembles with the pyron ring, or it has pyron ring in it, so that's why it is called as the glucopyranose. So that is the closed chain and open chain structure of the glucose and fructose. And my dear students, there is another form of the glucose in which at the first carbon the arrangement of the H and OH is not like this. This is the alpha D glucose, and if the OH and H atom will be something like this, here will be OH and here will be H, then that will be called as the beta D glucose. D for dextrose, because it is naturally dextrorotatory, so that's why it is called as the D glucose. And depending upon the arrangement of the OH and H on the first carbon, there are two types of the glucose, alpha D glucose and beta D glucose. If the arrangement will be like this, then that will be the beta D glucose, and if the arrangement will be like in case where H will be on the upper side and OH on the lower side, then that will be called as the alpha D glucose.